Hey guys, today we are going to talk about how to stop chasing him and let him chase you. So I'm going to share with you the most effective way for how to stop chasing a guy and then get him to turn around and start chasing you. Now this isn't going to be some quick tips. This is going to be a really advanced and in-depth video for more of a long-term solution for you guys. I don't just want to give you guys a quick band-aid fix where it may or may not work and then further down the road you find yourself in a similar situation, or you just feel like your love life really isn't going anywhere, not changing or not improving. I want to give you guys long-term solutions that are going to work for you. If you do these things, I guarantee you that you will be chased. Might not necessarily be by this particular guy, but you're definitely going to be chased by men, that's for sure. So the first idea that really helped me out when I was in a similar situation, because I've been in a similar situation where I was pursuing a guy or I was interested in a guy, and he just was not that into me and not nearly as interested in me as I was in him. Okay, it just did not reciprocate. So I know how you feel. And firstly, the idea that really helped me with this situation was realizing that I cannot control how somebody else feels. You can't control how this guy feels about you, no matter what you do, because at the end of the day, he has control over his own emotion and minds. And the only thing that you can really control and you really have real power over is you and your actions and the type of person that you want to be. So it's not about him and trying to influence him or cast some kind of a spell or just, send him a secret text and just magically he's just going to completely do a 360. That's not how it works. How it works is instead you shift your focus onto you and changing who you are. And then once your energy is shifted, he is going to notice that and he's going to see, and not only him, but other people, other men out there, or even, even other just people in your life. Doesn't have to be just men. It could be your friends. They will notice the shift that you've made. It will start to change the way people treat you, actually. What really, really helped me was learning how to build confidence, building confidence in myself, and really, truly believing that I am worthy and beautiful and deserving of true love, of finding love, and of being pursued and chased. I deserve to be in a situation where I am just not chasing a guy who doesn't want me, right? I had to basically form this belief about myself. Okay, that is the most important shift that you need to make. And so I want to just share my story. I did not feel the most confident in my early 20s and my teens. I did not feel attractive. I didn't feel very special. I didn't feel lovable. Okay, here's some old pictures of how I used to look. I'm not trying to be like, oh, look how bad I looked before. I just want to show you guys that you can see the difference. How I was able to change my appearance and focus on my health and focus on myself and gain the confidence that's required in order to attract guys that are going to pursue you, whether or not it is this guy that you have your eyes on. So the first thing that I did to start instilling this belief in myself was I told myself every single day, I am beautiful, I am loved. Now stay with me here. This isn't some pseudoscience goofy stuff. The way that your beliefs are formed is through repetition. This has been proven by research and science. This is very science-based. So whatever you repeat to yourself all day, whatever thoughts are running through your head on repeat is what actually forms your beliefs. So you can consciously change your beliefs through repetition. So I would tell myself, and at first it's going to sound really weird when you say it to yourself, I am beautiful, I am loved. It might take a few weeks to even get used to that if you are used to maybe talking down to yourself, because I've done that, or not saying those things about yourself. It's going to feel a little strange at first, honestly, and you might not necessarily even believe it when you're saying it. But trust me, if you keep going with this and you every single day, no matter what, repeat these statements to yourself multiple times a day, as many times as you can remember, ideally like 50 times a day, but don't beat yourself up. Just whenever you are in a space, quiet space, or you have a moment to just control your thoughts, say that. And I'm telling you, within a few months, or maybe even sooner than that, you will actually believe that. Like, you will literally believe that you are beautiful and you are loved without a shred of doubt or question. And once you have that belief, you cannot hold a belief and manifest or physically express the opposite of what you believe. What you believe is what you see in your life, and it actually controls how you behave. So your beliefs are super, super important. I really want to stress this. I know it might sound totally off topic and just boring, but I'm telling you, this is the key to really change your love life. Once you fully believe that you are beautiful, you will do things to alter your appearance subconsciously. You will seek things to look better, to match your belief about yourself that you are beautiful. Okay, so for me, I cleared my skin up, I lost weight. I used to have really damaged hair. I fixed my hair. I started working out, building muscles. I started eating better. I just automatically started doing things to enhance my health and appearance. And because I was matching up my life and my behaviors with what I already believed. And I believed that I was loved. And love just appeared in my life. I have no problem manifesting love. Manifesting love, whether it be through really deep friendships, through really deep family connections, or romantic love. I've never had problems with that. Ever since I've changed my beliefs about myself and my own worth. So I'm telling you, this is the long-term solution for how to get this guy to chase you, or any guy. Because once you have that level of confidence and you are the most beautiful version of yourself, the most confident, the most vivacious, the most evolved and developed. Of course, we're always improving and evolving and developing, but once you become a higher evolved version of yourself, you are going to attract way better quality men, way better. I can't even explain. It's like you were dating aliens before. Literally, that's how you're going to feel. You're going to be like, wow, like the quality of men I'm attracting now are going to be amazing. They are going to want you. And that is the thing. They are going to be pursuing you. They are going to be the ones texting you, striking up the conversations, wanting to spend time with you, wanting to talk to you, wanting that connection with you. And you are going to be in the position of receiving it, okay? Now, obviously, while you're doing all this is very long term. So this might take a few months, and realize things that are really worth something in life, it's usually not overnight. There's a gestational period, like to make a baby, it takes 9 months. Well, to really develop high levels of confidence and looking the best that you can possibly look, do realize that it's going to take time. But just right now, just shift your focus, okay? Shift your focus off this guy and onto yourself and how you perceive yourself, because that is what will change your love life. Now that we have done that, I want you to start imagining your most beautiful version of yourself, okay? And start to think, what would my most beautiful, confident, highly evolved, highest version of myself be doing on a daily basis? And once you figure out, oh, they're not going to be scrolling Facebook all day, they're not going to be on Netflix binge watching, they're not going to be drinking every weekend, they are going to be working on their goals and on themselves, living a healthy lifestyle, reading, learning, doing things, investing in themselves, doing things that are going to benefit them in the long term. You're going to realize that on your own. Okay, I'm not here to lecture you on how you spend your time, but once you start to change your beliefs about yourself, you're just automatically going to realize all of these things, and your behavior will change accordingly. Because as within, so without, it has to match. So obviously, when it comes to this guy, yes, you have to, in order to get him to stop chasing you, you have to stop chasing him, right? Because you have to shift the energetic story, if that makes any sense. So obviously, you got to do these things like stop messaging him, stop contacting him, stop being the one to strike up the conversation first. If he texts you, don't respond immediately. If this is all through phone, I really recommend that you watch my video called How to Not Look Desperate When Texting a Guy. This all goes very in depth of how to text a guy without seeming like you're chasing him, basically, and get him to start chasing you. These are all of the behaviors and tips. So I will link this up somewhere over here. Stop being the one putting yourself out there and allow him to strike the conversation. Allow him to suggest when you guys are going to spend time together. Allow him to make the call to you. Be in the receiving position, okay? Do this. Don't just do this for one day. Do this for as long as it takes to shift from you chasing him to him chasing you, okay? And either one of three things is going to happen. The first thing, which would be great for you, is he realizes that you might be losing interest in him, and then he turns around and starts to pursue you. So he'll be texting you lots, responding pretty fast, not ignoring you, not leaving you on red, wanting to spend time with you, wanting to talk to you, all of these great signs, okay? So that would be great, because then basically your problem is solved if you really have your eyes set on this guy. Or he will not care, and the communication between you will stop, which in that case is also good for you in the long run, because this guy never was actually into you in the first place, and you don't want to force a relationship and force something where two people do not feel the same way. You don't want to be with someone that doesn't feel the same way that you feel about them. It's just not fair to you or him. It's not fair to either of you, right? You want a genuine, authentic, loving relationship where you both love each other the same, where you both want each other equally. You want it mutual, right? And the last thing that could happen is, this is actually a lot more common than you think. He might take offense to the fact that you are no longer pursuing him, because he might actually be ego-driven. He might like the attention that you're giving him, and that you're pursuing him, and you're kind of at his every beck and call. And then all of a sudden, when you take that away from him, it is a blow to his ego. So then he will start to chase you to try to get you back, kind of wrapped around his finger, basically. So he might kind of throw you a few breadcrumbs and be like, oh, I really like you, girl, or maybe send you a few compliments, or be like, why aren't you messaging me as much? Are you not into me? And maybe saying all kinds of things to you to try to get you back to chasing him. But what I really want you to pay attention to are his actions. Are his actions lining up with what he is saying? So if he says, oh, you're really important to me, you know, maybe I want to be serious with you, but then only text you at 2 a.m. for booty calls, well, his actions are not matching what he is saying, right? Make sure that his actions and what he's saying are in complete alignment. You don't want any mixed messages. Mixed messages are a huge red flag. They're a really bad sign. They're a sign that he's not really that serious. So he might do things or say things to get a rile out of you. He might be like, well, I'm going to delete you if you're not even going to message me anymore, or something like that. I've had that happen to me, and realize that this guy is really immature. He has the mentality of a child, and if you know what's good for you, you're better off without him and his drama, basically. You don't need drama like that in your life. You have better things to worry about, like your goals, like building your confidence, like becoming beautiful, like attracting an actual high quality guy, not a clown that's run by his ego. So you're better off without a guy like that. That is my answer to you guys. I'm sorry if it kind of seemed a little bit long-winded. I'm just telling you guys from the other side that once you make this shift in who you really are and how you perceive yourself, everything will be so much easier when it comes to love, and you will never feel lonely. You will never feel unwanted or unloved. You will feel so fulfilled in that area of your life, I promise you, if you just focus on yourself and building yourself up and investing in yourself. If I did not address your particular situation, please comment below. Also, add me on Instagram at lyrascotchz with a Z. You guys can DM me for if you have any advice questions or relationship questions. That's where you can get a hold of me. Best way is through Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!